Earlier this year, I reported on Acme, a small village in Alberta where some issues were arising with their town council. The majority of that council has been in power for years now, and Mayor Bruce McLeod was a union boss. The village was rampant with problems, including the purchase of land in a tax recovery sale by Councillor Dennis Kuiken, which was actually against council rules. But that didn't stop Mayor McLeod from invigilating that sale and granting the land to Kuiken. And in a strange twist of events, there was an apparent arson on the property the day before it was to be returned. There were also claims that an election was fixed where family members of candidates were actually manning polling stations, council staff were intervening with voters, and candidates were in the vicinity of election supplies. Those claims were actually brought to court but were later dismissed. And when I actually went to the town, some residents told me that there were operating issues, including improper snow removal, which made it difficult for emergency services like fire trucks and ambulances to get through the streets to actually do their jobs. Some people even claimed that they felt they were being targeted by bylaw for being vocal and speaking out on village issues. And all of this resulted in the gathering of enough signatures on a petition to bring these issues to get a municipal inspection completed. And I was actually there for the presentation of this report that was overseen by NDP MLA Danielle Larrivee. I was greeted by a sign on the door that said no cameras were allowed. And of course, when I asked to record the event, I was denied. How transparent. The findings were essentially a slap on the wrists for the council. The conclusions were that they were making improvements and that there would be a follow-up. It left a lot of residents with a sour taste in their mouths. People actually believed that because McLeod was a union boss and friend to the NDP, that this is why the town council got off so easily. And I say that McLeod was a union boss because he's now retired from that position to go to work for the NDP like so many other of their union cronies. Gil McGowan, president of the Alberta Federation of Labour, a voluntary association of Alberta unions, is a self-described policy wonk for the NDP, just as an example. On October 31st, the NDP quietly elected McLeod onto the Electoral Boundaries Committee. This is the commission responsible for reviewing electoral divisions based on things like population and geographical features, and includes 2 members chosen by the opposition. This just goes to show that the residents of Acme were right to question the validity of the inspection report and that the NDP truly does favor their friends. And make no mistake, McLeod is clearly a friend of the NDP and most likely didn't have to face the consequences of his actions as mayor of Acme because of it. But hey, this is no surprise, is it? Leave it to the NDP to hire their cronies. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks for watching. Have you had a chance to check out my petition at beerfreedom.ca? If not, click the link below to sign in support of breaking down interprovincial trade barriers in Canada.